Welcome to Acoustic Chef with D. Will, Capel, Regina, and Ebony. What's going on, people?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. Everything is great. Oh, Capel, you was about to
What's
say
up?
something, but then you kind of
Uh, what's up, people? How y'all doing?
yeah. What's good? Everything straight. Let me see.
Everything's straight, man. Just living and living this quarantine life that nobody else is really living these days.
Why you say
You're out.
nobody? Why you say
You'll be
that?
out Ubering and all of that.
Well, because the rest of the country, for the most part, there's a lot of people out there just living like a regular life. I delivered to a house last week. Man, I ain't, well, before I even say that, I be getting jealous of some of these houses I be delivering to. Like I didn't realize how big some of these houses are that people have.
Bruh, you got a big house.
My house is decent, but man, I'm talking about like when I'm talking about how big, I'm talking about like square footage. I'm talking about the design. I pulled up to this house. They was having a party. I could tell because I could hear it in the back. Like it was in the, they had a pool. I could tell they was having a pool party. Um, it was a Lamborghini in the parking lot, a Tesla, one of the most expensive ones, a Ferrari, two Corvettes, and a G wagon. And I'm like, what the hell y'all do? Like, what's y'all life like? Who house is this? Is this an NBA player or something? Like, who lives here? You know? And I be rolling up on how I pulled up in this one neighborhood. It's like I came. It's like I drove into Fort Lauderdale, and I went to Fort Lauderdale over last October. It's beautiful. Like it's like like they have these $1 million homes on off the water. This place is in Houston, and it's a gated community. And when you pull up to the gate, you see this like it's like a bay, nothing but water. The houses are built on the water, but it's man made. It's within the city. It's over there off of Greenhouse Road. So it's
Oh,
in Katy.
you talking about in
And
my You talking about in my neighborhood or whatever?
nah, your neighborhood off Fry. No, it's south. The place I'm talking about is south. It's not north.
Oh, okay.
But I never. I mean, I didn't even know it existed. And when I turned left and I saw the gate and I saw the place, I was like, I feel like I'm driving into Disney World. What the hell? Anyways, man. Anyways, I forgot what I was about to say. I got mesmerized thinking about them houses I'd be driving to.
Man,
They're
have
not.
you? Oh, what you about to say, Regina?
I used to do Uber Eats as well. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who turned him on to Uber Eats, and
Yes. Thank
I
you.
know exactly what he's talking about. No, I'm just saying, like I referred him, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then like it took him too long, so I didn't get my referral bonus, and then
No,
so
tell them what happened though.
wait. Uh, so the referral bonus was like $150, I think, at that point. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, where's my like go? You need to go do these because you had to do like at least 25 deliveries before you that person gets the referral bonus. So I'm like waiting. I'm like, where's my bonus? And then like one day he comes in, he's like, thanks for turning me on to Uber Eats. I've been here, I've been there, I'm making all this money. And I'm like, bet, like, when am I gonna get my money? So I
Hey,
call them and they're like, oh, he waited too long to get his first 25 deliveries done. So yeah, you're not getting that bonus. And I was like, what?
hey,
So then
that's
like
cold.
every day I see him, I'm like, where's my like you just should pay me out of your pocket. Like you make more than me anyway. Where's my money? He's like, oh, I got you, I got you, I got you. So
Dang.
then I checked and the referral bonus has gone up to $400. Like
Wow.
at the time that he finally was like, oh, here, like he cashed out me some money because we were trying to help a student, and I'm like, hey, you sent me too much. He was like, there go your bonus, and I'm looking at it, and it's the 150, and I'm like, yeah, but now it's 400, so
You wouldn't have got no 400 no way. So I don't even know why you
where's
added
the
that.
rest of my money?
That 400 would have been long gone, even if I would have did it in time. But I didn't know it was 400 now. I'm going to have to start recruiting some people. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, you do. Because I haven't been out in a long time. But I know exactly what you mean when you pull up to a house and you're like, what do these people do? Or they ask you to bring it in and you go in the house and you're looking around like, what? Oh my God. Like, what do they do for a living? And they say, oh, we collect rubber bands or something crazy. You're like, what?
That's
Crazy.
crazy. Speaking of Uber Eats, I went and ate at the stuffed baked potato factory out there in the Clark.
Yeah.
Man, have y'all been there before?
Yes, I
Yes, I have.
have. Yes, I
Man, them
have.
baked potatoes be off the chain, man. I had the trash can with like all the meats in it, man. Just outrageous.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
pretty
bro,
good.
that is stupid good, bro. Like I'm glad it's so far away from me.
Yeah, for real.
I'm glad it is because if it was close, I probably wouldn't have no. I probably have all the health issues that you could possibly have.
Like straight up, for real. Yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad it's far too. Have y'all? I haven't checked out OMG baked potato yet.
I think I have had them. They used to have a food truck, right? Or do
Yeah,
have a food
yeah,
truck?
yeah. They
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
did.
Actually, I have had them. We used them for a party once instead of cooking.
Oh, really?
Just
Is it the same company that do OMG Burger?
I'm not sure about that, probably, but I'm
I
not.
Cause
don't think. I don't think so though. I think they separate companies or
I
whatever.
hope so because the burger, yeah,
For real.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying it ain't all that. So I
I
don't
wonder how
know.
they make that potato though, because it's not. There's no skin on it. I just realized that yesterday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they like take it and like pretty much scoop out all of the.
Scoop it out or just skin it when it. Yeah, it is OMG. So yeah, they have some amazing potatoes. So they allow you to like rent them out if you want. So we've had parties where we didn't want to cook. People just come. We tell them, hey, you get something from the food truck. They order it. They have oxtail potatoes, vegetable potatoes, everything.
Yeah,
That's what I had, the stuffed baked potato. I had the oxtail. I don't know what they call it, but it got oxtails in it. Oh man, it was so
I
good.
don't like I didn't want to get the oxtail one because I don't want to because you can't just eat it. Like you gotta, the oxtail still has the bone in it and all of that type of
Mm-mm,
stuff.
nope,
No,
they
no, no,
don't.
No,
no.
They
They
take the
take
meat
for
those.
real.
off. Yes, it's just the
You can
oxtail
see.
meat.
Yeah.
I don't think the one that my daughter had yesterday. I think it had
The one I had did not have
yeah,
the oxtail bone
Yeah.
in it. It was
The
just the
one
meat.
I yeah, one I had, you just eat everything until it's gone. I didn't have to
Hmm.
yeah.
I didn't have to work.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah.
got another spot. We probably gonna get oxtails today from for what is it, Farmers Fresh Market or something like that.
Oh
Ooh,
yes, I love
Yeah,
going out. It's
yeah, they
far.
go
It's like,
hard.
isn't it in
it is.
Sunnyside?
It's two of them. It's
No,
two of them, and
well,
they both
okay,
far. They both
yeah,
far.
that one may be. I used to go to the one on like Mesa, like on the north side though,
That's the
Okay.
big one. That's the big one. They got two of them. One is bigger than the other. Because
like
one of
Okay.
them
Mesa and Tidwell.
you can buy food and eat it inside. That's the one on Mesa.
Okay. The one on in Sunnyside, you can buy food there as well, but there's no place to sit and eat. And then why
Yeah,
would you want
that's a
to?
smaller one.
Yeah, but
The
I like
other
going
one,
out there.
I don't think you can eat at either one of them.
No, they do have a little area where you can sit. It's just a small, like a couple of tables, where you can sit and eat. At least they probably don't do it right now because of what's going on. But when I went there a couple of times to pick up food, they had people sitting down with their food. It was just a couple of, like I say,
Which the
it's
one
a
on
smaller
Mesa?
area. I think it's the one on Mace. There's only two of them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken, but it's bigger. I do know that one. The one on Mace is a bigger one.
Yeah, that's what it is. So in mask news, this I mean, I don't know what's going on. People are going absolutely bananas over wearing these masks. I don't know what the phenomenon is or whatever. I guess we called it when we said it's just oppositional defiant disorder. They just don't want to be told what to do.
Man,
I
what
don't
happened?
understand
What
it.
happened? Just tell us what happened. You taking all this
Man,
time.
so what happened was this young lady is she works at McDonald's. She's in the drive-through, and this dude come through and he orders. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? If it's me, I'm probably ordering some. I can't eat them nuggets no more. I don't know what that is, or I don't eat at McDonald's, so it's nothing. Every now and then I might eat McDonald's breakfast, and I get the sausage, get egg and cheese McGriddle only with the round egg. But anyway, she tells him that he can't. He gets up to the window and he doesn't have his mask on. So she tells him the only way he could get his food is if he put his mask on or whatever. And he jumps through the window and attacks this girl or whatever. Like, man, what is wrong with these people, man?
So two
Are you
things.
serious?
Two things. First thing, that reaction to jump through the window and attack somebody, that's ridiculous. I don't even understand. Like, how could you get so mad? But the second thing is, if you're in a drive-through, get a man his damn food. Just give him his food. Don't ask him for. I mean, just give him his food.
She has a job to do.
But you know what? Does if you in your car and you just roll down the window to grab your food, does it extend to? Does it really extend that far into the mass situation? I'm
It
all
may
for mass, but does it extend that far? Because I know a lot of people, like some places, they put your food in a basket and they hand it to you. You know, like I mean, I don't know. I guess if you got a job to do and that's what they say, that just seemed a little bit picky to me.
But
But
if you're
I don't
at the
know.
window and you're working at the window, a lot of people make requests once they get to the window. They're still talking, so that's still germs coming your way.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah, if
That's
that's what
true.
you want to do and you have to go to work, then you want your food, then this is what I'm requesting. So I don't
Yeah,
think
I
you
get
should have
that.
jumped in the window, but
Nah,
I'm
that's
wondering
crazy.
why she didn't just throw
throw.
the food into the car, like stand
I know,
back
right?
and then throw. When I was 16, I worked at rallies. It's kind of like Checkers, and
Man,
somebody came through the
rallies.
line. Yes, they were clowning about some mustard. Ugh. I said, we don't. My manager was like, we ain't got no mustard, and then she said, I want it on my burger because he was trying to give her some packets of mustard. She said, I want you to put it on my burger. You know what he did? Threw them packets at her, closed that window, and he went about his business. And he told me, do not go back to that window until she drives away.
Yeah.
So I mean, why didn't the girl just throw the food at the man and let him go on?
You may not have a boss that was riding for her like you did. So
Maybe
I
yeah.
know,
not.
right? Man, rallies used to go hard. The only place I ever had rallies was in LA and in New Orleans.
Yeah,
We
I
used
New
to
didn't
have
Orleans is
know.
the
them
only
here.
place. Yeah.
It was in St. Louis.
Yeah,
I
but you
was,
We
know,
had them in Checkers.
Yeah, Checkers is like the same restaurant or
yep,
whatever. You know what I'm
it
Yeah.
is.
saying? Why
Right.
they switch the name up like that? Just to kind of
It was. They were both. It was
They
two
used to have
restaurants.
both. Yeah, they used to have rallies
Yeah.
and checkers.
And then I
Now they
think
just
they
got
all
checkers.
just, yeah, kind of like Showbiz and Chuck E. Cheese, and
yeah,
now it's
yeah.
just Chuck E. Cheese.
I
That,
thought they did it to
Speak,
capitalize. Oh, go ahead.
speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, now go ahead, cause I'm about to change the subject. Go
Nah,
ahead.
it's cool. I was just saying I thought they was like creating their own competition or whatever. I like that strategy that a lot of people use or whatever. But anyway, yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, he
So
on lap band.
So real quick, this is funny to me. If you ever order from a place called Pasquale's pizza and wings, don't don't get the food.
what?
On Uber Eats, I heard this story. I didn't know about it because it didn't happen to me, but I heard this story where people were like ordering food from Pasquale's pizza and wings, and they was getting pizza that had the chicken Chuck E. Cheese face on it. It was coming from Chuck E.
Hey,
Cheese.
bruh.
So they was
Chuck
Uber
E.
Eats. So they
Cheese
was.
got some of the best pizza.
That's not the point, bruh. Not the point. Not the point. So people started complaining. So what happened is Chuck E. Cheese on Uber Eats, they didn't list themselves as Chuck E. Cheese. They list themselves as Pasquale's chicken and pizza and wings because they wasn't getting no business. Nobody go to Chuck E. Cheese to eat pizza. They get pizza while they there because they celebrating with the kids and
Right.
all that. So they was losing money. So
Gotta do
they
what you gotta
so they
do.
put their they created a company called Pasquale's Chicken and Wings, and people was
Oh,
getting pissed because they was getting pizza from Chuck E. Cheese. They're like, what the hell is this? So now on Uber Eats it'll say Pasquale's Pizza and Wings, powered by Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey,
Oh,
bruh, that's stupid that people getting upset because Chuck E. Cheese has some good pizza. I don't know about their wings, but I heard their wings was good too. So I don't see what the big deal is.
Hey, bro, if you order pizza from a place called
that's
something, Pasquale sound like, oh, that sound like some Italians cooking that pizza. That sound like that's good. And then you get it, you see a rat on the box that say Chuck E. Cheese.
Bruh, I think people are too damn sensitive about stuff that doesn't even matter. If I
yeah.
get the box and it says Chuck E. Cheese, guess what? I'm gonna be smiling from ear to ear because I know Chuck E. Cheese got some good pizza. At least try the pizza to say whether or not. I mean, you just found a
Hey, bro,
golden
you
nugget.
completely missing the point.
The point is Chuck E. Cheese got some
You're
good pizza.
completely missing the point.
I ain't never
That
heard
is,
nobody say
that
Chuck E.
is
Cheese
not the
pizza was
point.
bad, bro. That's
That
the
is not the
point.
point. If you
It's
order
not
Domino's, you don't want your pizza to show up from Papa John's.
definitely not.
Why does it? Okay, that matters because they have different pizza. You don't even know Pasquale, so you took a chance anyway, and you got
right.
a diamond.
Okay,
Yeah,
I give
agree.
you
I
that.
agree.
I
I
give
don't
you
know
that.
about a diamond.
I give you that.
Pasquale, that might have already been their name. They may have that as the business structure. I worked for a wing spot, and they utilize a different name so that for tax purposes. So, you don't know.
They got this food truck. It's a blue food truck downtown. They have about 4 different names between DoorDash and Uber Eats, and none of those names are on the food truck. because they serve different types of food. So and the reason why I know that is because I was looking for the place and I can't remember the name of the place, so I'm just gonna make up a name. But it was something like America's Hot Burgers and Wings. And I couldn't find it at first because I was looking for that name. The food truck just had a generic name on the truck, but it was like it just said something. And then a lady pulled up right after me and she was like, "Is this such and such?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "It was this the address?" I was like, "I don't know." So she asked the dude and she gave a totally different name of the restaurant the food truck she was looking for. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's us too." So they like all these different names to sell different types of food, but it's the same exact spot. So this is something that's probably common, to
Yeah,
be
it's
honest
just
with you.
it's very bro. That's what I was just talking about with creating your own competition. Like people go to Walmart and be like, I don't buy Dawn because it's too expensive and it does this and it doesn't do that. But I buy the great value brand. Guess what? It's possibly the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the same exact soap. People will buy this can of food but won't buy that for whatever reason, but you're probably buying the same exact item. It just has a different label on it. You create your own competition. You control the market. Like you making money both ways or whatever, and people don't even know it.
Yeah, and sometimes people
Yeah.
are just like companies merge together. Like my paycheck says a different name than the company I work for, but that's because we bought that company. So that payroll entity is a different entity. It is not that the business,
It's true.
did
That
it to
happens too.
trick people. It's just that because of the business structure, if you're LLC, then you do business as a different organization in a certain state because that name is taken in that state. That's kind of how that works. So
Straight up.
Yeah.
So in
See,
any event,
that's why
oh, go
talking to
ahead.
y'all is so informative. I'm learning so much. Y'all just keep it coming. Keep the knowledge coming.
I'm going to Pasquale's later.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
got your tokens and your tickets.
Yes, ma'am.
But look, I was saying like what happened to Chuck E. Cheese though? He done lost a lot of weight. Why we so politically correct that Chuck E. Cheese got to slim down and stuff like that or whatever? He looked
Because he
like
got
he's
high
sick.
blood pressure.
Good.
He
From the
looks
chicken
sick.
and the
And what happened to the gorilla and the dog and all of them? They
The
used to have a
gorilla,
whole
he
band.
was
He done
too.
went solo.
Hey, that was showbiz. That was when it was
W.
showbiz.
But no, even when they changed it, because a lot of kids were scared of the gorilla. He was
I
black,
was,
so they made him
I was
purple.
one of them.
I
I
was
was one
scared.
of them. The
So
gorilla, cause
when he was black, they made him purple to make him more palatable for those that were scared.
that ain't
Right.
why I was scared. Cause he follow you. He stare at you
His
everywhere
eye.
you go. The gorilla is staring at you.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, no showbiz for me, mom.
He
I
he
don't
like
want
one of
that.
them paintings, huh? Following you all around the room.
Yeah, he was scary.
You
He was
you get
pretty.
behind the painting and the eyes still turn around and they looking at you or whatever.
They don't even have those animatronic things anymore. It's like a big screen when you go in.
Yeah.
They show
Yeah.
videos. It's not even fun. My son has no idea what the showbiz or Chucky Live was like when I was a kid
Man, they
going in.
have better facilities now,
Yeah,
like
but
different.
what's better? Like you need the germs. You need to be able to jump into the balls where kids peed and everything. They don't have any of that anymore. Like it's you don't have any memories. We have no immune systems anymore because we don't just
That's why they getting sick.
yeah, right?
Don't have
Nah,
any.
they still we got like Dave and Buster's and what is that main event and places like that or whatever. I mean,
They
you
got
still
ball
playing.
pits. They got ball pits and
That
David
they
Buster's
don't
the
come
main
in.
event. That's
Nah,
obsolete. That ain't never coming back.
it don't need to come back. We
Them
good
kids
without.
used to love. Can you imagine a game easier to set up or something easier to set up than putting a bunch of balls in a pit and just let kids jump up and down in the balls?
I
Like
know, right?
kids love
That's
it.
crazy.
That was everything to me.
Yeah, I remember.
But
Saw a
but you
grown
know,
man in there one time. That was disturbing.
it had a mirror in there, like a mirror on the back wall.
What you getting at?
It was you. So they got like all of these trampoline parks and stuff like that now. I think that's a pretty good business model. I think kids probably like that even better.
Yeah, they do. And there's a modified like ball pit. There are these big
Oh yeah.
pieces now that are in this pit
Yeah.
that you can jump in, and it's the same concept. So I guess the foam is more absorbable. It absorbs all of the pee, and so it's not just sitting on top of the pit.
That might
It absorbs, and so
that, that might make it worse.
But maybe it's cheaper to replace. So
Yeah, I'm not jumping in, but my boys sure love going to they loved it so much we bought a trampoline and nobody
Man,
jumps on it.
we just sold our trampoline because it was cool for like a couple years. Everybody, they begged me for a trampoline. I got the trampoline, and it was popping for 2 years, and then all of a sudden it just started downtrending, and it went from every day to once a month to every now and then. You know what I'm saying? The
But do they
dog
get on when friends come over or family and they're all like, let's go on the
when
trampoline? Because
when
that's
my
what happens here.
yeah, when my nieces and nephews come over, they're like, absolutely, that's the first thing they want to do or
Mm.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? But even them, they got kind of phased out with when what's the name started really popping. What's that Fortnite, and now that's all they want to
Oh,
do. You know what I'm saying?
and Roblox.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite took over the game, the world.
Exactly.
Like my son be arguing with me about playing so much because I done turned into the old parent who don't like, man, what you playing the video game all day for and stuff
Right.
like that or whatever. Because I just want them to be, I don't mind them playing. I just want them to be more well rounded than just playing video games and stuff. And he keeps bringing up, well, it got people making millions of dollars, but you not one of them, bro. You not about to tell me you that good. You ain't that good to be talking about no making millions of dollars and stuff. Cut it out.
Right.
Yeah.
He could though. My
He may
8-year-old took a coding class last week,
Yeah.
and the lady had a very thick accent. And so once he got used to her accent, he was really into it. It was only 1 hour, and he was able to
Yeah.
create a little figure of himself, and then animate that figure, drawing an elephant or something by
Man,
the end
see,
of the class. And he was like, what else can I do? And the lady called me over while, on the screen, and she's like, Jordan is very good. You should allow him to continue the coding class. That's how she talked. Her
yeah,
accent
yeah.
was so thick. And she was saying that he had an aptitude for, like, he would be able to build apps and video games. And when he heard that, he was like, oh, hell yes. I don't care how much it costs, mommy. I want to keep taking this coding class so I can learn how to build video games. And so she gave me examples of other kids who've taken their course. It's like 144 classes, and it's like $229 a month and they've built apps and video games. And now these kids are making money because they know how to code now as young as 8 and 12 years old. So, I
Man.
mean, if he want to be like making millions, let the boy
Mm-mm.
play.
Send me
See,
that.
that's different. See, that's
Send me that
different.
information. Exactly. That's
Yeah,
different. Send
cause,
me that
cause
information,
you
Regina.
know how to code, you can build an app, and if people start buying your app, like that's different. Playing the video games, that's almost like you got to gain a following of people, and then you can become a professional because they have like competitions. So there's like two different lanes. But what your son is doing, like he can learn how to build an app. All you got to do is be able to build an app that people want to download and market, and that's a wrap.
Right.
He can be set for life with one app.
Definitely. As long as you can get past the thick accents and they're going to call you until you sign your kid up. If you do the trial class, it's 1 hour, and they just sit there and teach them how to do it, and that after that they're sucked in. And my son is like, even now he was like, what about that class? So
Yeah.
I
And
told him after we move I would go ahead and enroll him.
I had went to the cardiologist, and the lady that was doing my, I think, ultrasound or whatever, she sounded like she was straight from Russia. Like she sounded like she was from Transylvania, like Count Chocula or something like that. And I asked her, I was like, you from Russia? And she was like, oh, how can you tell? I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying? How can I tell? You sound like you about to start counting to me. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
But
Chocolate.
hey, so anyway, today I wanted to talk about that boy Ti and trap music and all of that type of stuff or whatever. Because we don't a lot of times we don't give people their flowers while they're still alive. We wait for them to die, and then we want to talk about how great they were and stuff like that. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it, of course, is because Ti has been in the news lately, challenging 50 Cent and New York rappers to, a song off. You know what I'm saying? And he feels like I guess rappers from the South don't get the same respect. You know what I'm saying? That cats from the East Coast get and stuff like that or whatever. And I think he deserved a lot of accolades or whatever because he created a whole movement or whatnot. And I just wanted to get y'all take on it and talk about your five favorite Ti joints.
Well, I will
Yeah.
say this. I like Ti. I enjoy his music. Did y'all know that he's teaching a business of trap music class this fall at Clark Atlanta?
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember
said
you
that
saying
last
that.
week.
Did
Yeah.
I?
Yeah,
I, I really I like want to take his class because I just want to see what the final exam is going to be like. But I enjoyed his music, from years prior, and I don't know the names of any of the songs. But if one comes on, I know it's Ti, and I know it's a bop. So I mean, don't ask me the name of the song. I can tell you how it
yeah,
goes.
Yeah, I like Ti. Ti is underrated. Like somebody, so when he made the video challenging 50 Cent to a versus battle, people was like saying stuff like, why you challenge 50 Cent? Basically like he ain't no competition for you once you challenge somebody else. That's more your speed. And I agree with that because 50 Cent ain't no competition for him. But if somebody said Jay Z, and then people start like laughing at the notion of him challenging Jay Z, saying, "Oh no, he wouldn't be able to challenge Jay Z, not even close." And I don't agree, bruh. I don't. I mean, I feel like Ti is underrated. I feel like Jay Z is a great artist. I feel like he's probably in most people's top five. But I went in and started listening to some of the old Ti records, songs that we used to listen to when we was in school. And his latest album came out in 2018, Dime Trap. Out of all his albums, I like that one the most. Like Dime Trap is my favorite one. It kind of shows how he evolved. But he got so many hits. He got so many good albums. Like if you went to Jay Z and then went to him and had him let them have a versus battle, you can't clearly say Jay Z got jams that's just clearly way better than Ti.
that'll be a
And
good
a
battle.
total, it will be a good battle. If that's my point,
Amen.
it's not. I'm not saying that he will be better, but it would be a battle. It would definitely be a battle. I think people don't really, especially younger people, don't really know the depth of Ti's like his repertoire of what he got. He's been rapping since 2001, I think. I mean, it's 2018, and he put out an album 2 years ago that still balls. Like he's still doing it, you know. But that dude remind me. He kind of. So I was sitting up there thinking like how I was going to talk about Ti outside of just him being a good musician. And the truth of the matter is when I was thinking about him as a rapper and how he's evolved, he kind of reminds me of LeBron James. Because just like LeBron James, he's a self proclaimed king of like he came out the first album he came out, I'm the king of the South, I'm the best rapper alive, like he just professed it, and people was like, man, who are you just came out, nobody even know you.
Right.
But the same thing LeBron James did, he labeled himself the king, and both of them exceeded expectations. Like they didn't just meet expectations, they exceeded expectations. And then you look like how LeBron James is seen as an activist now with what he does with his platform. T.I. the same way. He's considered an activist now with what he does with his platform. He doesn't just make music. He empowers people. He's been empowering people. He had an album out in 2016 called Us Versus Them, I think, a letter to the system, a letter to the government, where it's just basically about black empowerment. And that's a good album as well. So I mean, they're not. You can't liken them to each other 100%, but they're both very similar in like in how they came, about from the beginning of their careers to where they are right now. So I think Ti is definitely a person that needs to be highlighted, not just on this show, but he needs to be highlighted more in black circles. Period. Like he needs to be discussed more often, in my opinion.
Straight up.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think Ti is definitely a phenomenal artist, and I think I went back and forth. I loved his music. Starting off, he had some jams, especially like you said, all the way back from 2001. I remember I was in college, and as soon as you heard those beats, and that's the one thing. Yeah, he's very lyrical, but he definitely has some great beats to go along with it. So it's like it's a win-win, even if you don't care about the lyrics. Um, I think personally for me, I think just watching him evolve, I think that's great. I was a little disappointed here and there when it came to, the run-ins he had with the law and on some things with the relationship, especially from, with his, this wife and things that he
Yeah.
made to be known publicly. But I mean, once I got past that and started to watch his development and the things that he was doing for the community, like the, us or else type message that he's putting out there. I think it's great, and I love that he's using his platform. But did you want us to go on and get into your my
Nah,
top
we can
five?
wait.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember the first time hearing Ti, you know what I'm saying? Like being at Playboy, my homeboy, we got a homeboy named Playboy or whatever.
Playboy. Shout out
What
Joni
up, boy?
Stanley, aka Playboy.
So I went to his crib or whatever. This was probably 01, 02 or something like that. This is when Ti dropped the album I'm Serious or whatever. And we hadn't heard anything like that before. You feel me? He had a joint with Beanie Man. You know what I'm saying? The boy talking about I pull up in the blue coupe that's damn near clear and polo gear that don't drop to next year. I'm like, man, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, that's TIP or whatever. I'm like, who is that? Like, this is cat from Atlanta. And up until that point, Atlanta was Goody Mob, Outkast. They had their version of bounce music, which was like the Ghost Town DJs and Whoop There It Is and all of that type of stuff or whatever. So then we had who else? We had like the Young Bloods, just the whole Dungeon family, Jermaine Dupri. And all of that music was Jermaine Dupri was different because he was like fly, flashy playboy. You know what I'm saying? Outkast was more of a poetic type group. Goody Mob was more cerebral or whatever. That's crazy because I remember Goody Mob dropped that Cell Therapy and they was talking about a new world order and
Yeah, we ain't even
diet
know.
and
We
meat and
ain't know
all
what
that.
they was talking about
You know
then.
what
We
I'm
ain't even
saying?
know.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Bill Eldridge because Bill Eldridge and probably Avery Dupont are the ones who put me on Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? They was like some of the first cats that was rocking with them and yeah. So when we heard Ti, it was just totally different. His first album, I'm Serious, to me, it wasn't trap. It was just, hey, I'm this guy named TIP, and I'm about to kill the game or whatever. He was just spitting just raw lyricism and stuff like that or whatever. But then that next album, trap music, hey man, that when I heard that album, that was like, I mean, to me that's a classic album, whatever. That's a perfect example. Like I could put the album on, I don't even have to I don't have to flip through songs to favorite songs because they like the album is jamming like all the way through or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I always took my hats off to him, especially for that record. Him calling himself the king of the South, I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a rapper too. So you know what I'm saying? That kind of rubbed me the wrong way at the time, but I
at
still
the
liked
time.
him
Yeah.
as an artist or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And had respect for him. I thought he was super dope. You know what I'm saying? He had a few notable beefs with with people that we like Lil Flip or whatever.
Where
And
Lil Flip
although
at?
shout out to Flip. Shout out to Flip. I met Flip on a couple of occasions or whatever. Flip a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never had a
Yeah.
conversation, but I didn't, we'd have been in the vicinity. We was working out of the same studio at one point in time. We actually got music with him, but it'll probably never come out. Joe Tracks, where's the music at? But anyway, I didn't like the beef itself, but what you know about that came out of that beef. So you know what I'm saying? That to me, that's one of my favorite Ti joints or whatever. That thing's so nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not happy about the beef, but I'm glad that song came out of it. You know what I mean? And again, as far as like the 50 Cent verses,
That ain't no
that ain't
verses.
even. It's not a verses, man. I mean, you can't even be 50 Cent grandma and think that you know what I'm saying, that he gonna come out on top of that one. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like 50 Cent family members. I don't know, Phil. Like you go stick to like Master P. Go do a versus against Master P, somebody like that or whatever.
Watch your behind handle Master P now.
Hey, I love Master P though. His business acumen.
Make him
See,
say, yeah, you're right. His
if
business
you ever
acumen.
hear this, P, your business acumen is off the charts. I love to learn from you, but as far as rapping, though, that's all I'm
Hey, what's
talking
that
about.
word that boy made up on one assistant park?
Talentive.
Talentive, yeah. Talentive. Talentive.
Nah, but but that boy T.I., man, you know, we talk about his body of work. Not even talk about the albums. I'm serious. 24s. Be easy. Rubber Band Man. Let's get away. Bring them out. You don't know me. ASAP. What you know about that? Why you wanna live in the sky? Top back. Big shit popping. You know what it is? Come on, man. I mean, no matter what, whatever you like. I didn't, whatever you like, that ain't one of my favorites. I ain't like that. Swing Your Rag, What's Up, What's Happening, Swagger Like Us, he killed on that. He got Maybach Music, man, all the singles, the single with Justin Timberlake, Live Your Life, Dead and Gone.
Yeah.
Man, come on, bro.
Anybody that's just listening to the podcast, you need to go see the YouTube video so you can see Damien's face while he naming these songs. You need to see the facial expressions he making while he naming these songs. It's worth it just to see that part.
Hey, you having fun?
Oh, I'm enjoying myself. Go ahead, but finish though. You speaking facts. Go ahead.
Nah, straight up, man. What I missed one of my thoughts, one of my points that I wanted to make. But in any event, we can like my top 5 T.I. joints have to be, and it was hard. Like I just named like a bunch of singles, and that's not it. I stopped like halfway. If I had to name top 5, and this is not in any order, because I would be another day trying to figure that out. But Let's Get Away.
Yeah.
Look what I got. ASAP. Look what I got wasn't even a single. That's, to me, that's just show his sheer, man, he just talking straight cash shit on the ASAP, 24s, and What You Know about that. They're my top 5 joints.
I like that.
Yeah. So for me, like normally when I like an artist, I like them because their music for me is bigger than the singles they put out. And usually the songs that I really like from an artist are not the singles that they put out. But somebody like T.I., he got so many singles that were top songs that were also just really good songs. It's hard to have a top 5 without some of those very like real popular songs. But so my top 5 is I'm Serious, because like that was the one that just kind of like turned me on to him. And I was listening to it the other day and I'm like, man, this could come out right now and it'll be on the top of the charts. Like it's one of those songs where it just seemed like whenever it came out, it was gonna be a top song. But and it's a song called "That's All She Wrote" featuring Eminem. I love that song. Like that was one of the songs I used to work out to, and of course Eminem just helped it because you know, if you're an artist, you could be singing the alphabet. If you got Eminem featured on it, it's gonna rock. It's gonna bang. You know. Then one of a song called "Big Old Drip." It's off his latest album, Dime Trap. I just really like the feel of that song, the message of it, and it got a real good beat too. And then Black Man, that's off of his Us Versus Us or Else CD, and that one's featuring Quavo, Meek Mill, and Ra Ra. And I really, really like that song because of the message, and then of course it got a nice beat and all that. And then my favorite one is Motivation.
I was gonna say that.
That's number one all time for me. I mean, that was when I was in college. I remember being in the club, Motivation come on, people stepping to it, we in the club balling, and it's just that song right there. It's probably not his top song if you looked at like grossing or whatever, but that's the one song. Like I think if you ask anybody about T.I. that really know T.I., that's probably the number one song they gonna say. They gonna when they remember it, they gonna be like, oh, Motivation, that's my joint right there. I mean, but for me, Motivation is number one.
When Motivation and ASAP come on, it's the horns and the beginning of the beat that just automatically puts you in the mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a top 5, but I do like Motivation. I do like Whatever You Like. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I know you say you ain't like that, but I don't care. I like Rubber Band Man.
Sugar Daddy song.
Yeah, it is. That's why I like it.
It ain't tricking if
It
you
ain't
got
tricky.
it.
Yeah, I was about
Looking,
to say
guys, I'm
that.
looking. Open to the sugar daddy. Rubber Band Man, what you know. Like really just the ones that come on the radio, because I stopped buying CDs a while ago and I just like started downloading the songs I like, purchasing them on my on my iTunes or whatever. But yeah, it's really mostly the songs that you hear on the radio. But Motivation was like one of the ones at the top of my list as well.
Ti, I see you more retro. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm more retro. Ti, you more like you got a lot of new joints on there,
Yeah.
a lot of current songs.
Yeah, yeah,
What's your top five, Ed?
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, motivation is my top, so that was one of them. And then I love Bring 'Em Out. Just something about
yeah.
the
All right.
feeling of that, and just how he pulled that from the Jay-Z and Rubber Band Man. It was just a lot of these are just the swag and how he rides the beat. It's just the
Yeah.
way he's just so comfortable, in his delivery. And I don't know, it's just all the confidence in it is just what I really love about it. Let's Get Away. I loved it because it made me want to get away. It's just make you feel good, like you're supposed to be on the beach, what you do, getting away and all of that. Big Things Popping, ASAP, So some of these had me in my zone, just like I could get it. I could take over the world. Let's get it, motivate, and all
Yeah.
of that. So it really, brought me into the song.
So the consensus is ASAP and Motivation is probably like I think most people like those two joints or whatever.
Yeah.
What I missed what I wanted to talk about was there's a lot of argument also on who started trap music. Was it Jeezy or Ti? And I remember being in the studio or whatever. We the same studio I was talking about with Flip. My boy Joe Trax. He's a platinum producer, so he got a lot of music with a lot of different people. And I got a chance to hear Jeezy before he was Jeezy, and Jeezy sound like Trick Daddy. Like that was his style at that point in time. This was before like what was that, Boys in the Hood and all
Yeah.
of that. It was prior to that or whatever. And I was like, man, who was that? He was like, that's Jeezy, but it sounded like a Trick Daddy student, a
Yeah.
student of Trick Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So, and he wasn't talking about trapping, and he was just like, just a lyricist, a lyrical MC or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And just riding the beat and stuff like that or whatever. So, I got it, and then I mean, we always got to give it to pretty much the person. Well, we can't. I can't say that. I was about to say we got to give it to the person who made it what it is or whatever. But I can't necessarily say that. But I will say I don't believe Ti got the motivation from Young Jeezy, or you know what I'm saying, or somebody else, some unknown person that we never heard of. I kind of feel like uh when he started making music with DJ Toon, that I think that kind of brought that out of him or whatever. Because if you listen to Be Easy, like at the beginning of it, he like, man, you ain't never heard a dope boy sing and play the piano at the same time. You don't get that without that music. You know what I'm saying? You get that inspiration from that music or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a period of time or whatever. That's a time capsule. You get that from that situation, and that's one thing. Like I don't care about all the off the uh entertainment stuff that Ti went through or whatever. All of that stuff. But just as far as the music, if I had one strike against him, it'll be that DJ Toon didn't get all of his accolades, because you don't get Ti what you get without you don't get trap music without DJ Toon. And I feel like Toon should have got a little bit more accolades, you know what I'm saying? But
You
yeah.
you probably right, because I don't even know who that is.
You
So
know you know who it is when you hear his beats, because
you
he had
probably
that certain
right, but
sound.
back then, they wasn't really giving props to DJ. Like right now, like they got London on the track.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody's.
you know who the DJs are because they got their little plugs in the music now. Jazzy Faye. People know who Jazzy Faye was because he have his little, something in the song. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
but he
I mean,
nah,
you
go
probably
ahead.
right. The dude probably, he probably is didn't get his props or whatever. So, I mean, because if he was that influential, and Ti's success, but his name is not like well known. In rap circles, it may be well known, but if it's not well known like within just general population, then clearly he didn't get his accolades. So yeah,
Maybe Ti should, celebrate him as well.
Yeah,
true.
straight up. Um, so moving forward or whatever, shout out to Ti. We love your music, bro. Um, we don't have that much time, but I just wanted to say, Breonna Taylor's murderers are still free. Shout out to Yandy Smith, Trader Truth, YBN Corday, Portia Williams. They were all arrested. Yandy and Portia were released. I don't even know Yandy and Portia. I know they from like Real Housewives of
Yeah,
Atlanta or something
nah,
like that or
Yandy
whatever.
is from Love and Hip Hop,
Okay, I
Portia
know it's
and
something like
and
that.
Portia is from Real Housewives. Yeah,
Yeah. So we still have to keep that in mind or whatever. We do have people that are on the front line that are supporting and things like that, and they need support as well. And like I say, Breonna Taylor's murderers are still free.
Yeah.
Thank God. I hope those laws do actually get implemented as far as the no
No, no.
knock warrants and stuff. Yeah, because that's sick.
I do. I hope they get implemented as well, but I think it's important that we keep pushing that narrative that we want to see those people held responsible. I mean, held accountable, because even if they do change the law, it's not going to affect them because the law wasn't in place. We have to make sure that we keep pushing that they be held accountable for what they did, because they, it was clearly wrong. It was egregious, and we can't depend. And I'm not saying that's what you were saying, D. Will. I'm just saying that's not going to apply to them. We got to make sure that we push the issue, even if it's on your social media. I know a lot of us don't have a major platform, but even if it's on your social media, keep posting stuff, keep the conversation going, do what you can to make sure that this does not go away.
All right, straight up. Have y'all seen? Last night I watched uh Fatal Affair with Nia Long and
Yeah,
Omar
I,
Epps.
Yes.
I ain't watching it
Why?
Why?
because it looked like
It looked
a
like
movie that
another
was
black
already
drama.
made. No, it ain't
Yeah,
nothing about that. It ain't nothing about that. It looked like a movie that was already made before. They
I
just
feel
put
like that.
Nia Long and Omar Epps in it. When I saw the preview, I was like,
I've seen this before.
yeah, I
It's,
feel like I saw the movie already.
Yep.
I mean, you honestly have. It's still kind of interesting or whatever. I hate the fact that we keep making these black dramas. Like, I want to see more like different type of stuff or whatever, conceptual movies and stuff like that or whatever. But in any event, Neil Long still look good. You know what I'm saying? Omar Epps still look youthful. He
Mhm.
don't even look like he done aged or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's an actual psychopath in this movie
Yeah, so
or
that gives
whatever.
him a little stretch there.
Yeah, because that's a
Yeah.
different role for him. That's true.
Man, I saw another movie with him recently. I think it was called like 3300 or 3200 or something like that. I don't
Yeah, you said
even.
that was terrible, huh?
Oh my God, I don't know why he cleared that. You know what I'm saying? Once he seen the direction. Well, honestly, the direction of the movie wasn't bad. It was the graphics. It looked like, I don't know anything about visual effects, but it looked like I did it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the premise of that movie, like they were I don't know if something happened to the earth or something like that or whatever, but they were like space travelers or whatever. They was going to a like a space station or something like that, and then they saw a comet come and hit the maybe hit the earth. It was either a comet or maybe a solar flare destroyed the earth or whatever. So they were pretty much trapped in space and trying to get to the this huge space station that was gonna be their salvation and stuff like that or whatever. But nobody was expecting the earth to be destroyed and stuff like that or whatever. But like I say, the graphics was like Clash of the Titans, the old movie, like they holding
Yeah, that's
signs
terrible.
up and yeah, it was super whack, man.
I think we ought to put a pitch in for a Netflix movie. I feel like they accepting all takers.
Yeah.
Like, and we could even be the people. We already got a professional actress on the team, and Regina.
Oh,
So
I
she
have a
can.
third audition on Thursday, actually, for
Oh,
it.
what you auditioning for? What's this for?
This movie is called Fair Play, but that's not all. I wouldn't, that might not be the final title because they change the titles all the time. But I'm up for two parts, or two different. I'm auditioning for two different parts, but I had to go through two auditions to get to this third audition. So hopefully, I'll snag a part in
I,
this one as well.
I hate when they plug the name of the movie like in the movie like this is the last journey.
Yeah,
Like man,
Yeah, it's a little corny.
yeah.
right. Yeah,
Anyway,
it is.
today what I got on toe, I got my red and gum retro
I gotta get them.
11s.
Oh, very
I gotta
nice.
get those.
Retro 11s, man. I love these. When I saw them, I had to get them, man. They were so fire. I'm the only person in America though that probably hasn't worn mine. I still got dead stock. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to wear them. I let everybody get theirs scuffed up and you know what I'm saying, got blemishes and bruises and stuff like that. So
So
when I step
what's
back,
the occasion, bro? What is going to prompt you to put them on and walk out the house
bro,
with them?
I told you I gotta be stepping on carpet. If I'm not stepping on carpet, I'm not going. I'm not taking my shoes out. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
put some
So
tape on the bottom.
you gonna do
Well,
like you gonna do like the women do, and they go to the car and they slippers, and then they put the heels on when they actually enter in the building.
nah, I gotta do something with more flair. I've learned to walk on my hands or whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna, start doing.
The
Start
first
pulling up.
day, the first time you wear them, we need to go out somewhere. So I need to see this. I need to be there when this happens. I need to
Yeah,
see this.
most definitely or whatever. Nah, I don't know, man. I be buying the shoes or whatever and then sitting them up. I don't be wanting to mess them up and stuff like that. So like I say, I'm gonna let everybody else wear theirs and scuff theirs up, and I'm gonna be like super fresh.
We're gonna be 90 years old. I still got these Jordans. I
Straight
ain't
up,
even
hey,
wore 'em.
our
I'm
feet
waiting
don't
on the perfect occasion.
our feet don't grow after what, maybe like 19 or 20 or something like that. So hey, anyway, man, I love y'all.
Funny.
This is Acoustic Chef. Thank y'all for tuning in.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Peace.